Call the meeting to order. We'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, clerk, call the roll, please.
Danko.
Here.
Geary.
Here.
Reed.
Here.
Shire.
Here.
Murphy.
Here. Are there any changes to the agenda? Okay, we'll open the floor for public comment. If you have comment for council, please come to the podium, state your name, and you do have a 3-minute time limit.
Hello, my name is Aaron, and
Could I get your last name, Jerry?
Marks. I'd like to see if we can start a community center here in town for the younger generation, so they're not out there vandalizing, committing crimes, or anything like that. It's a place where people can come in and socialize with each other. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Hello, I'm Andrew Millian. Million like the number, gotta specify that. I've lived here pretty much my whole life, and I'd like to second Darren's opinion. Sorry, not much of a public speaker.
No, you're okay. Doing good.
But last time we had like a rec center was across from Walgreens, and that shut down, I think, what, almost a decade ago? I remember it in high school, and it was nice. It was a safe place for people to get together, and we need that back in town, not just for younger generations, but for some of the older groups as well. I hate to say it, but the town feels like it's been in a bit of a rough patch the last few years, and I'm hoping we can do something to get people to take pride in the city again. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other comment? Okay, then we'll move to our presentation on the Cruise Night concert at City Park, and I'll introduce Nick Leeper. Nice to get you these to print.
Did you get it?
Yes.
I don't think I need a microphone. Nick Leroy, grew up in Ransom, currently live in Streator. I'm in the entertainment industry. I play concerts for a living. I present theaters, performing arts centers, amphitheaters, arenas. I do stuff with municipalities all over Illinois, all the surrounding states. I've been doing it for 18 years. Worked with many national Hall of Famers, national touring acts. And I walk past the Streator Plum Pavilion almost daily with my dog. And I keep looking at that beautiful stage that sits in the park. So a friend of mine, Bill Phelan, who's a local business owner and a big champion of the city of Streator, we got talking. And really our question is if we can hold a concert tonight of Cruise Night and or discuss maybe a future events moving forward in 2027. What I put together what is just a rough, kind of very rough document of what the day would look like, what we would be asking of the city, what we would be handling on our end. The main caveat here obviously is we need to be able to sell beer, wine, spirits. We would be doing this as a free event to the community, so it wouldn't be ticketed. Maybe we could help with some local sponsors that we're close with that could help fit the bill, but in order for it to financially work, we would need to sell alcohol. I've done a few events with the city of Ottawa in the last few summers, and those have gone very well in the location where they're going to be building their amphitheater. And we were able to obtain just a 1-day permit through the city. We transferred a local liquor license through the proper channels through the state of Illinois for an off-site premise, 1-day sale. We get the proper insurance needed, and then we operate the event. We clean up the trash. There's a few things we would ask of the city, if available, is to help maybe with some picnic tables and some garbage receptacles. We would take care of the disposal and removal of any trash. I've been in the toilet facilities on site, And based on the size of them, we would probably need to bring in some supplemental porta potties. I know cruise night's a very large attended event. And we're hoping just to get some trickle down from that. If people stay in town, maybe they get hotels nearby in the area, some Airbnbs. And just kind of, end cruise night with a cool concert in the city park, which you guys have so nicely supplied for the community. So I guess that's really, we're just here to kind of ask some questions and inquire and see, if it's a possibility and what we would need to do through the proper channels to present to you folks in order for approval. And again, what I've supplied here is just we'd probably have 3 bands starting at 6 o'clock, and most municipalities, their outdoor noise amplification is 11 p.m. If your guys is different, we would adhere to whatever your local guidelines are. But again, that's just a rough estimate of timing. We would need the park probably in the early afternoon just to start putting production together, lights and sound, set the tents up for beer. I do have just a temporary map that kind of just gives you an idea where we would place things at. If we had to fence it off, that would really constrict budget. But I'm sure we could figure out something if that was a requirement. But we would card an ID, and we wouldn't serve anybody that wasn't wearing a proper wristband that we've seen. We put all that together in one tent. We have like a 30-foot tent that we use. Folks come up in one area and buy their tickets for alcohol purchase and show proof of ID, and then they would move along over to the bar area where we'd serve them. We would probably have a few, I know the town's gonna be busy that day, so I don't know if you already have food trucks set up in that area, but we would of course welcome any local food vendors that would want to set up and supply food for the evening, because we wouldn't be doing that. So really we would just have the production set up, the disposal porta potties in the bar area.
Now,
Go ahead.
Excuse me,
Sure.
with the area that you're gonna be serving the liquor in, would that be fenced in?
Well,
So
that's
they
a que-
couldn't walk away with
Sure.
liquor in their hands?
Sure, that's a question I have for you folks, right? If we have to, then we could look at a solution for that. We would probably have to fence off, going north and south to the service street, come back east, service to the stage, and then where your sidewalk is that goes northeast through the park, right to the stage. We would kind of use that as our natural ebb and flow of crowd, and we would put the bar along there. So we would fence off behind that to the bathroom facility. And then, in the past, like City of Ottawa, we hired 2 of their police officers to help us with security. We can hire supplemental security outside of that, just to have police presence around. So obviously, we don't want folks coming in with outside alcohol, because we don't want that to be our responsibility, nor do we want them leaving and walking the streets with alcohol either. So the answer is whatever you would like us and need us to do.
Yeah.
I was trying to find our code on it, and I believe if a bar were to shut down a street and have a street dance, I know we require fencing, even if it's like a snow fence.
Sure. And that's more feasible
Yeah.
financially.
And I think like a double fence, that way
Because it's a
you
lot
can't
of
hand
fence.
over, you can,
Sure.
put 2 layers on there.
And most likely, we would put our security on the outside of that fence line, really, to kind of monitor people who are walking from the streets to the event.
So, and then we talked on the phone.
Sure.
To prepare. So I know the pavilion was donated, and I think it's on the side, and it says free concerts. Because people that donated wanted to make sure it was no cost to attend. And that's part of it.
Sure.
Our current ordinance says no direct sales, indirect sales only.
Which I think you were talking about indirect. They buy their tickets at one place,
Yep.
redeem it for the alcohol
But
somewhere else.
but it says, it's more related to samples. So it's so
Right.
many ounces of, like the home brew,
Yeah.
you buy a
It's a
wristband.
2 ounce maximum.
Yeah, so it's a 2 ounce, or
Yeah,
I think 2 ounces of wine and beer, maybe a 1 ounce if someone was making their, like a distillery.
yeah.
So that's
Single
where,
fest only
so
does
that's where, if we wanted
variety
to
beer.
try this, where we'd have to amend an ordinance. And if we do it, I know in the past councils had concerns about once we open it, it's open to everyone.
Sure.
But again, you have to be responsible, right? You have to get
Sure.
your dram shop, you have to have your license, you have to, so
And again, this is
you
what I-
can't just set up in the park
Sure.
and sell. We have to follow. So if council looks at amending in some way to allow for that, I guess that's kind of our question.
Yeah.
And maybe not a decision tonight, but just to get that process going and thinking.
Yeah, and we didn't expect a decision tonight, we were just hoping to get the conversation started and inquire about what you guys would need to see from us in order to consider the event.
So the concert would be free and open to everybody?
Yeah, I mean, there's gonna be so many people in town,
But
you know,
just-
from
yeah.
other markets.
Yeah.
And, you know, we want to give people a reason to come here as well. You know, maybe they don't come for the cruise night, but they're coming just for the concert. And now they're eating dinner at a local restaurant, they're filling up locally, maybe they're staying at a local hotel or getting a local Airbnb. And that's entertainment with what, again, I've been doing this for 18 years and I've been set some economic development boards in Bloomington and Normal. It's a backbone of a lot of communities. 70% of concert goers are typically from 50 miles away or further from that event. Which means, you know, if we have 1,000 people, obviously easy math, is 700 people might embark on Streator for that evening. And again, maybe they're not coming for cruise night, maybe they weren't even aware of it. And now this opens their eyes to cruise night and what else Streator has to offer.
Are we aware that it's cruise night staying in the car show uptown, or are they moving back to the park?
I haven't heard if where their location is this year yet, so we will have to find out for that one.
Yeah, and I would encourage you to talk to people from the cruise night, so you're not just, you know, piggybacking on top of their event.
Sure.
I'm sure they would be, you know, very into this kind of a thing, because it's just gonna bring a bigger crowd
Right. And
to their venue also.
I've booked all genres of music, from hip hop to blues and bluegrass, but this would be more of probably a classic rock type of band, an Americana, blues, in that vibe. Understanding the demographic of folks that are coming to the existing event and something that will supplement, you know, cruise night in itself.
Okay, and how much lead time would you need on this? Because September's gonna be here before you know it.
Yeah, I mean, if you could have decided yesterday, that'd be great. But, you know, obviously, it's time sensitive, but, you know, if we could have, you know, it'll be in the 9th month of the year, we're in the 5th, you know, if we could have a good 2 to 3 months to promote it and just spread the word, that'd be ideal. Again, just considering possibly bringing on some local sponsors as well, to kind of create value for them to be a part of it and to co-mix and to co-market. So yeah, I mean, I can book the events honestly in an afternoon. I can book the bands in an afternoon, and that's really not the gist of it. And considering the stage is already here, that's a big asset to the event. So a few months would be ideal. Yeah.
So if council's open to looking at some options,
I know.
good? Okay.
Yeah.
So even
I
if
mean,
it's like we test it out
this-
for an event and see how it goes and then
Yeah.
move further.
This
so-
isn't much different than what we do for Pluto Fest with the
No, you're
samples.
doing, instead
But
of
this
saying,
would be more-
here's money for a drink, you're saying, here's money for some tickets, and I turn the tickets in for a drink.
Tickets
So
and
it's
buy your drinks.
it's kind of,
And it's done for multiple
Yeah.
reasons. It's done for security reasons. It's done
Yeah.
for trust reasons. You know, we're gonna probably have a number of local folks bartending, just to keep the lines moving quickly. And again, we won't know. It's gonna be a test pilot, right? Maybe there'll be 100 people in the park for the concert. Maybe there'll be a couple thousand gathering. That's something we won't know until we get there. I think if we can get through this first one, you know, hopefully the goal would be we could reconsider for 2027, maybe doing a series of 2 or 3 of them when we figure out the winter time. And we will have learned a lot from this event and what worked, what didn't, and go from there. But I'm confident with Bill's help and with the experience that I have doing this for a living, that it'd be a pretty simple event to host, and I think it'd be good for the community and for cruise night.
Okay, well, thank you.
All right, appreciate your time.
Give us something to work with here.
Okay, thanks.
thank you so much. Okay, we'll go into our action items. Item 1, Resolution 2026-20, a resolution authorizing the execution of an agreement with the interim city manager. We get a motion and second.
Second.
Okay, Mr. Geary with the motion and Mr. Reed with the second. Any discussion? Okay, so
Pretty straight up.
pretty straightforward. And I, again, think, keep wanting to call you Chief Bird, but I think Gary Bird, our interim city manager, for being willing to step in for about 5 weeks. So, thank you. No further discussion. I'll have clerk call the roll, please.
Danko,
Aye.
Gary.
Aye.
Reed,
Aye.
Shire,
Aye.
Danko. Oh, I'm sorry, Mayor Pete.
Aye.
Mayor Danko.
You want- Okay. Okay, we'll go into item 2, ordinance 2026-07, an ordinance authorizing the sale of 821 to 823 East Main Street, City of Streator, LaSalle, and Livingston counties. And a motion and second.
So moved. Second.
Okay, Mr. Danko and Mr. Shire with the second.
So these properties are next to what used to be Johnny Dollars and goes to the railroad tracks on Main Street. Received 2 bids on the property, one from Jack and Tricia York, and the second was from Ruby Tupling Inc. The high bid was $2,500 for the Yorks, and the other one was a little lower than that. So it is staff recommendation to go ahead and sell that property.
And if I may jump in here, the proposed contract that's attached to the ordinance is the same contract we've used on the sale of all of our surplus properties. It's by a quick claim deed, don't do any title work on these properties, and it's a very simple matter.
And we took that's a very odd shaped lot, it's like a triangle. And I know we took that building down several years ago. I remember it as a tanning salon.
Yeah.
Alright, you go through, and make sure I don't have any other questions. Any other questions or comment from council?
No?
Then clerk call the roll, please. Do we need a motion
No,
to,
wait a
Just,
minute.
we should clarify that the motion.
the motion, we're just to,
Accept the bid of
Accept.
Jack and Tricia York in the amount of $2,500. Mr. Danko, do you amend your motion
Yes.
accordingly? Mr. Shire, do you second?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Ms. Chair.
Now you can vote.
Danko,
Aye.
Gary.
Aye.
Reed,
Aye.
Shire,
Aye.
Mayor Pete.
aye. Okay, we'll go into discussion items. And I left my snapshot, so I'm gonna pull up my copy here.
Are Mr. and Mrs. York here by chance?
So from the draft, just go through some of the notes or things that I wanted to mention or update. So this includes golf carts and LSVs. And let me go to page 3 on question 1032-010. It mentions all-terrain vehicle. I almost just want to remove any mention of ATVs. Just so that,
Just to clarify.
just to,
simplify.
yeah, just that way no one, to
Talk about
me an
items.
ATV is like a
Specifically item
4-wheeler.
A.
Yeah.
The reason.
I think that was for the snow removal.
For the snow removal.
Yeah.
I think that's why I had you include that.
Right.
Okay. So, I'll just keep going through. On 020, operation on city streets. We have direct crossing at State Highway only at traffic light or four-way stop sign. I almost wonder, again, if we should call out, you cannot ride or drive on 18 or 23 and list them.
You know, I envisioned that would be part of an information handout.
Okay.
You would hand to people because it already is state law that you can't drive those.
Yeah.
So I don't know that we need to put it in ordinance. I think you put it in a little information page in those.
Okay. Yeah, because I have I have a map that I was going through, like, you can't cross here, you can't go, like, how you get everywhere in town. So, alright. Keep going. For required, so this is 1032.050 required equipment. Adding an item here. This was from some of the people that are proponents of us, of being able to use golf carts and UTVs. If we could add a requirement to have seatbelts if it's a rear-facing back seat. That way we don't have someone rolling off the back.
It does say seatbelts are required.
Yeah, but is it front, should we just specify rear seat too? If there's a
I would
rear
assume it
seat?
means for every passenger.
But we're assuming.
Seatbelt for the driver and passengers, I think. We wanted to clarify that.
Yeah, just to make sure that that's fair and understood.
Have you mentioned just talking at this about golf carts and UTVs. I don't know if you misspoke.
Well,
You meant-
that's I do have a question on which one
Okay, thank you.
you're. I can ask it now while we're on it. So I know we've got.
Take it however you want, it's fine with me. We'll get there.
We'll go.
Okay.
Okay, so we did have originally golf carts only. Is council still on that, or are you wanting to do UTVs as well?
I'm fine with UTVs as long as they follow the same criteria as golf carts.
Just so we're clear, UTV being defined as item E on page 3 in the definitions.
Yes, I believe that's the right
Yeah.
one.
Initially, when we started this, I think it kind of came from all of us, but I can remember myself specifically saying, let's start with golf carts, see how it goes, you get rewarded for good behavior, right? Like one of them things. But, you know, I think I've evolved on that where, like, I think these UTVs, the recreational off-highway vehicle side by side probably is
Probably
just
safe.
as safe, if not more
Pretty
safe
much the
than a
same
golf
thing,
cart.
yep.
Right.
And another thing is, like, these things are expensive. So the people that have them are going to be the people that take care of them and generally take care of our community.
So.
I'm good.
You're good with both.
Now,
That's good with both.
definitions, item
I could
A,
be
altering
persuaded.
vehicle would be more,
That's more what I would.
you would call it a,
Yeah, 'cause
something
I
with a
don't
saddle,
wanna-
something
I don't
with
wanna
a-
pass this and
something
just
with a
have-
saddle seat, like an ATV, okay?
Right.
And that needs to stay in because there's a provision for snow removal.
Right.
Recreational off-highway vehicle, definition item E, would be the side-by-side UTVs, you know, Polaris Ranger.
Yes.
And those we're going to group in with the golf cart and LSV.
We're learning all sorts of lingo lately. I did make a note on that snow removal, because it's from October 1st through April 30th for the purpose of removing snow. But I was like, I did make a note, should there be snow on the ground? Because I don't want that, again, I don't want it to be, well, it says I can do this from October 1st through April 30th.
Yeah. It's like how the snow routes are defined.
Yeah. I mean,
We can always amend.
I almost at the point where I just say, just cancel the snow removal section and then we can add it later. Then we don't need to mention ATVs. But I'll keep going.
I like where you were first at about, and then some language about actual tangible snow being on the ground.
Okay, so I'm on page 4, that subparagraph G, operation is only allowed between October 1st and April 30th for the purpose of removing snow. I need to, so I'll add in some language there about snow must be present when the vehicle is in operation.
Yes.
That works.
You want me to put that in all caps?
Because I can see someone saying, well, yeah, I removed it all, that's why there's none here.
Can you add a definition item for snow?
I'll get some Eskimos and get every possible definition.
Thank you.
Okay.
And I noticed we did make amendment to where they can cross the highway. It was actually at a 4-way stop or a lighted signal. Now they can cross the highway where the speed limit is not more than 45 miles an hour. So you can cross
For the
23 and
for the
90.
LSVs.
That's for a low speed vehicle.
Yeah,
Golf
It is a
carts
state
still
law.
have to be at a traffic light or four-way stop.
Right.
So there's a distinction.
Now, you're not allowed to cross that street. You can't traverse that street.
Correct.
right,
So this is the street. You do
Yes.
this. You
right.
can't do
Yes.
straight angle across.
And we'll be checking.
Well, and that's what brings that kind of up. Because if you're heading south, when you hit 4th Street, you're at a 4-way stop.
Right.
Your stoplight. Until you get to Hickory,
Hickory, yeah.
there's no where to cross. That's a
You're funneled down.
big difference.
Yeah, you're funneled down.
So, yeah, you're only crossing at those 2 intersections. And
And I hate to you can think of it 2 ways, like you're wrangling all that traffic so you can see it, but at the same time, you're putting all that traffic in a certain spot.
Yeah.
So you can see it.
So, yeah, looking at,
Maybe you don't want all of that traffic all funneled down to them certain spots, you know, really dense.
Part of this, not part of it, all of that though is out of our,
Control.
that's state law.
That's state,
So-
right.
Right.
yeah, so you're going.
I'm good with that.
So you can see on my map where I was figuring out, like, you can't go here, you can't cross here. You're stuck, if you live on the west end of town, you're stuck on the west end of town. Unless you wanna go all the way back road.
Near the county's property.
Yeah. Okay. Keep going through,
Is he gonna make a bridge?
for
Golf cart bridge?
1032-060 registration. The permit shall be valid for 1 year from date of issue. That I discussed, and maybe like a May 1st through April 30th, so we can change colors every year. because otherwise it's gonna get really confusing on due
I
dates.
think you're
Right.
Yeah.
Good point.
Yeah.
So I have a lot of notes, I hope, and I was trying to get these to you, but we've had a busy couple weeks up here. For B, the special event registration, there's a fee listed, but on our carnival one, we list, like, we have something on there that says like city manager can waive if it's a nonprofit using it for the betterment of the community.
Right, so you wait for.
Yeah.
Right up Streator.
So if that's something council would be,
Yeah.
yeah, that way if we have someone that's spending time and doing an event in the park.
So we need to add a waiver for,
Waiver for special events.
Yes, for like, for not, and so we have language in our
I
current,
think I got it.
yeah, it's on the carnival one, our carnival fees. Okay. I will keep on going on my list, and then I have a second list. And then the last one on this part of it is page 8, 10/32/130 hours of operation. And we had until dusk. And I have 2 notes on that one, like 9 or 10 o'clock, or do we want an end time?
That's where I thought.
Or an early time?
That's where I thought we were at. It was just
Just dusk.
nothing.
I mean, we're requiring lights.
All right.
I mean, do we want?
I mean, it's dark in December and January, it's dark at 4:30.
It's dark, yeah, it's dark at 4:30,
Yeah.
so you have to remove snow from noon to 3 PM, because that's the only daylight at certain parts of the year. I don't know, any thoughts? I think it's maybe just
You
noise
just wanna leave
wise.
it? You know, we got headlights, you're good.
Yeah, I think take the
So-
provision out for,
So, take out A.
What time?
Do we want to leave in B?
Yes, I would leave that so that it's,
Okay.
And I don't
That's 2
think,
out.
I don't think we made a decision on the fees yet, have we?
Nope. That's listed too.
Oh, okay.
So, there is an item in here on, let me go back to registration. Okay, so we do have it city residents and non-residents.
Right.
So I wanted to make sure that was. So, yeah, what are your thoughts on the fees?
What are other cities charging?
Pontiac was 100 and LaSalle was 150.
Pontiac did raise theirs. Yeah, I don't remember what the new number is though, but I did find that. LaSalle is 150.
Do they break out resident and non-resident, or is just one flat fee?
No, it's one flat. Yeah, Pontiac was 50 for a golf cart and 100 for recreational off-highway vehicles. Find the rest of them.
Well, just to get the conversation going,
Yeah.
I would suggest 100 for a resident, 150 for a non-resident. You guys think that's too high or too low?
I think it's a little lean.
Okay, how about 150 resident, 200 non-resident? Okay.
I'm okay with.
Rochelle is 75 the first time, 50 to renew, and then it's senior citizenry at 35.
So hold it across the board. 150 across the board.
Well, I do like having a second rate, so like if you're in city limits, we gotta give some benefits to be in the city,
I like that.
additional,
I like that.
so.
So do you want one for resident and two for non? Or did you want to go rural?
I'm good with either. What did you guys do, one for?
150 and two, I'm sorry.
Let's make sure.
So 150 for residents, 200 for non-residents.
Right.
Sold.
Okay, all right.
Chief?
What about a senior rate? You all mentioned that earlier.
Yeah, Rochelle has a senior rate.
149.
Most people who are gonna use these golf carts are gonna be seniors.
What's that, Chief?
Most people that are gonna utilize golf carts are gonna be seniors, I would suspect.
Theirs is 75 and then it's 35 for seniors.
Go 75 for seniors?
Knock $50 off.
Next.
55 and older.
100 for,
Seniors.
Seniors.
which is defined as 65 and older.
For those that are willing to admit it.
And then out of city limits, no senior discount?
That's it, discount.
Discount for out of the city.
Mayor, you have a
There.
question?
Yep.
LSPs, out of
Same,
city limits, how much?
200.
same thing. I think we're just gonna do one, the fee would be stay the same. across.
200?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that is most of my list. The only other,
Special event registration.
oh, especially event.
150. 150 for everybody.
Mayor,
Yeah,
you got
and then I can send you questions.
Yes,
Can I bring to attention on page 5, under prohibited operation, section C, since we're including recreational off-highway vehicles, should that be
oh yeah,
reworded?
Yeah,
Yes.
we'll fix that.
thank you for catching that. Okay. Okay, and then what was the fee for special events?
Usually the way it is.
I would say we still set one though, just,
set it at 100 and leave it.
I'm fine with that.
$100.
Okay.
So, when we had that, a few weeks ago, when we talked about having to have the golf carts inspected, with us having a brand new LSV, and we're already registered with our sticker and license plate, how would that work for us?
It's gotta be inspected.
So we still have to have it inspected? Okay.
So that's my final question, was who does the inspection? So let's, yeah, City of LaSalle passed theirs, and they changed it since, but they have it,
Well, wasn't it? Yeah, go ahead, sorry.
I'll let you go, I'll just explain theirs and then, so Pontiac, Rochelle, I think Nashville, Illinois, couple towns, most of them have police department do them. LaSalle passed theirs and they say, originally said, ASC certified mechanics, you come to City Hall, you register. And there was no charge to register as an inspector. You take your checklist to that mechanic that's registered now. They sign off on, so yeah, there's a UTV inspector application. Sign off on that, you get a form. That inspector does a pass fail, prints that, puts their information on that vehicle has passed the inspection. Citizen then takes that with a driver's license, proof of insurance, completed inspection seat, and then make, model, and serial number of the UTV. Takes that to the police department, pays their fee, and gets their permit. Their change was, they originally required ASE certified mechanics, and a lot of the mechanics are not ASE certified, and they struggled to do that, so they removed the ASE certification from their list.
So how do we define who can be certified to sign off on these?
I would say probably a brick and mortar location,
With a business license?
with some kind of.
mechanic.
Yeah. But I don't want a random person saying I'm a mechanic and pay me $20 and I'll sign the sheet. We need some kind of a.
Right.
Those are my sign
So that's how they're doing it, and I guess that's a question for chief and for deputy chief on how you wanna, if you have a preference.
For registration, I prefer it to be up through City Hall as opposed to down there. I mean, financially, we don't accept money payments, so it'd be harder, it'd just be more steps to come downstairs, talk to us. We sign off and send them upstairs to pay their fee. I mean, I just think that's an extra step we probably don't need to have.
And as far as inspections with Scoops, Skyler, they're brick and mortar, right across from each other.
Yeah. So the question is, do we want to send them to a mechanic that has to come to the city first to be approved to do the inspections?
Yeah.
Or do we just want to have the police department do the inspections?
I don't like the idea of putting that on them.
I don't either. I think it should be done by a mechanic.
The property owner, or
The vehicle owner would have to,
Yeah.
should do that. And they don't, so they're not charging the inspectors a fee or a mechanic a fee to become a licensed inspector.
Correct. To become licensed, there's no fee.
Right.
But when you take your
Vehicle.
to get inspected, they can charge whatever they want for that as a private business.
So do you, with that, if we do that, excuse me, it's less work on our end, work. So do we wanna keep the same fee structure?
Sure.
Yep. Yep.
Alright. Any other questions?
Although I'm open to
You're good
feedback
now?
on that.
Yeah, I mean, it's just kind of a double.
Well, these garages, when people start bringing in the golf carts and UTVs and everything else, they're gonna be going away and know what's going on.
Yeah, they need to get some kind of a contact so they know.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
one item we still need to talk about is on page 7, the fee for vehicles for snow removal purposes only.
Well, I think you need to have some sort of fee, but I don't think it needs to be much.
You, 75?
Hmm?
75?
What covers our admin cost? Does $25 cover our admin cost?
Well, it's half the year, so would it be half the rate? But only when it's snowing, so maybe that's, some years it might be 3 days, and some years it might be 30
I
days.
mean, I'd like to keep it as low as possible, but I want to cover our cost on that, because, you know, there is some paperwork that we would need to shuffle with that.
I think maybe 50, sounds about right.
Fair enough.
I wrote it in.
right. Anything else on these?
I appreciate the direction from council. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Clear
It took a while, but we got it.
Not done yet.
Not done yet, but we're moving forward.
Yeah.
We had some things come up.
Okay. Okay. Anything else on the 9 highway?
I think I've checked all my boxes for now.
All right, we'll go to discussion 2, surplus property.
So I've taken a list, I've taken a look at the surplus property list that we have. And there's 12 properties on the list currently that I drove past and took a look at. And I think would be a good, single-family home lot. And what I was looking to do is to hold informational meetings with contractors to try to get them interested in those lots for building new houses. And if we can start building new houses in some of these neighborhoods, well, all the neighborhoods, it would help revitalize those neighborhoods and possibly bring new residents to Streator to live in a new house. So I was looking for council's permission to go ahead and hold those meetings, and perhaps, which we'll talk about later, is some incentives for those contractors if they're interested in those lots, if they're gonna build a house within a year and those kind of things.
I think that's an excellent idea.
I like that. So,
I think the only property that we might want to take a look at, do we want to take the Lifton Tea?
I was gonna ask about that.
List?
That's not one that I consider residential.
Okay, I just
I
wanted to make
consider-
sure we were all on the same
Yeah,
page.
I kind of separated the commercial from the residential.
Yeah, I
So
think
we're gonna focus on.
410 East Bridge is another commercial
Right.
lot.
So we're just gonna focus on the residential lots with this program.
All right, good. Nothing further on that. We'll go to city official comments.
I don't have anything.
the only thing I have is welcome Gary.
I'm here for.
I don't have anything.
Nothing, thanks for the opportunity.
Well, between now and our next meeting, I'll just give a shout out to the Food Truck Festival, May 16th,
May 16th?
from noon to 7.
Fast.
My 4-year-old has no concept of time, and he says, "Mom, it's in 2 minutes." So, it's 2 minutes. It does. So, 21 trucks, 11:30 to 2:30, is KGB band. We have a busker from 3 to 4, and then from 4 to 7, the Somethings are playing on the pavilion.
That's the
And,
name.
yeah,
Or you just
the
can't
Somethings.
you just can't remember what they do?
No, that's their name. And then, I believe 60 vendors.
Solid.
So a lot of, I think so. Come to
Great
the
for
park
good
that day.
weather.
Yes. Okay.
I would just like to announce that Captain Park is stepped up to be the acting chief of the fire department while I'm in this position, so I want to thank him and let everybody know.
Okay. Then I will request a motion to adjourn to closed session for a motion and a second to adjourn to closed session for the purpose of discussion of legal matters under 5 ILCS 120/2, item 1, personnel issues, and 6, setting of a price for sale of surplus property. I get a motion and second, please.
Second.
Okay, Mr. Geary with the motion and Mr. Reed with the second. Clerk, call the roll, please.
Danko? Aye. Gary? Aye. Reed?
Aye.
Dyer?
Aye.
Mayor Beat?
Aye. Thank you. Yeah, that's cool.
My text?
You two clearly passed those in.
So what do you think?
Whoa. It was.
Did you know you were sitting next to Chief was? And the one that just went out with him, that's the deputy chief. He used to be our fire chief. And he retired, so he's in the interim city manager job. And there's the new fire chief right now. So this new guy hired, when he started, no, he was, well, he's got to put his looking for house. So I'll let him know. But, yeah, so